Wouldn't be Ryan the Great, and today we have big news coming out of the NBA. Pascal Siakam is on the move to the Indiana Pacers. We heard about this deal last night coming in from Shams Charania, that this deal could take place sooner rather than later. Obviously, with January 15th just passing, the newer contracts can be traded, so a lot of talks are going to be ramping up. So hopefully you guys are here and ready to hear all the analysis on these trades that could be going down. But this is one of many that we may see. Pascal Siakam once again on the move to the Indiana Pacers. Now this trade, I'll analyze it. I'm not sure if this is I'm not sure if people are analyzing this trade pretty correctly, so that's why I'm here. So let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother in the Great blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Run the Cog Great. Make sure you guys go find me on X at Run the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go find me on TikTok at Run the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go find me on Twitter at Run the Great Podcast. And my free ladies and gentlemen, let's go in the video and let's roll that intro. Wouldn't be Ryan the Great, and today it'll be intercepted! The defensive line. What the hell are you doing? No effort whatsoever when it came to the defense. That he is 0 for 2 today. Come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red Slam! First pitch! Bring him in! Braxton! Stop! Ring that! Yes! Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3. What? Alright, let's go to the video. So, before we do anything, let's talk about what was traded in this deal. So, starting off, what did the Raptors get? Well, they received Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, a 2024 first-round pick that is Indiana, another 2024 first-round pick, and that pick is the worst, I guess, like the worst record. I'm not entirely sure. I guess that's what it means. All I know is that it's the worst of Houston, Los Angeles Clippers, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. That is the worst of 2024. Then a 2026 first-round pick, that is the Indiana Pacers, and a 2024 second-round pick that comes from New Orleans. Apparently, they were involved in this trade. I just don't even know what they received. Maybe cash, something like that, probably. But anyway, the Pacers received Pascal Siakam in this deal. So, let's get right into this. What does this mean for the Toronto Raptors? We're not going to do what does this mean for the player, because I feel like what does this mean for the team is a little bit more important here. So, what does this mean for the Toronto Raptors? Well, I think the draft picks are good. You got 3 first-round picks. But those first-round picks, in my opinion, are not too valuable. Actually, at the end of 2024 and this year's upcoming draft, those first-round picks are most likely going to be in the late 20s because obviously Houston, Los Angeles, and Oklahoma City are most likely going to all make the playoffs or at the very worst, the in-season, not the in-season tournament, the play-in tournament. And then obviously the Indiana Pacers, I think, could be at the very best, a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, but we'll save that when we talk about the Pacers. So anyway, those draft picks, in my opinion, are not too valuable. If those draft picks were in 2026 and 2028, maybe that'd be a little bit better because then you could probably get a lot better draft capital out of that. But because they're for this year and for 2026, it makes them a little less valuable, in my opinion. Now, we all can see, and I think everybody can agree, that the Raptors should have traded OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam last season, while Scottie Barnes was obviously having a breakout year, and you want to try and rebuild around him while he's young, and he's the reigning Rookie of the Year. Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby had a lot offered for them. Obviously, OG Anunoby had 3 first-round picks, and now with his contract expiring this year and him demanding $40 million, obviously his value went down. Then with Pascal Siakam, obviously, once again, his contract is set to expire at the end of this offseason, so his value went down. So I think if they would have traded them last season, they could have, had a lot more picks and maybe players for the future. I think Bruce Brown's a very good get. He's on a new contract. He's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. He's a very good player. He helped the Denver Nuggets win the NBA championship last season, one of the best role players, if not the best role player in the NBA at the current moment in time. He could be a very key piece in the next few seasons if he's committed to helping you rebuild, which I would hopefully think that he would be because he went to the Pacers that, at the end of the day, you didn't know what you were going to get out of them, so he could be committed to just the money at the current moment in time. Jordan Nwora, not really the best player in the universe, but definitely a solid player. I don't think this is as big of a fleece as the people would like to think. Once again, I think it's mostly centered around those draft picks. People think of the fleece. I just don't see it that way. Moving on to the Indiana Pacers, what does this mean for them? I think that this was the best move the Pacers could have made. And as I said, as I mentioned, those picks are not going to be too valuable because of the fact that they're going to be in the 20s at some spots, so that obviously takes away their value. Now, obviously, there are good players that can be drafted in the 20s. You're just not going to get all-star Michael Jordan, LeBron James type player, most likely in the 20s. It's very, very rare you see that. Bruce Brown has not really been with your team long enough to, make him a very, very valuable loss. If he was with your team like Buddy Hield for a couple of seasons, then I could definitely see it. But because of the fact that he has not been, with the team for too long, it doesn't make him that big of a loss. Once again, as I said, Jordan Nwora is not, anything to roll over about because he's not the greatest player in the universe. But what I think is incredible, they didn't have to give up Buddy Hield, and they didn't have to give up part of their young core, which includes Mathurin, Nembhard, and Nesmith. So I think that's a very, very good move. I commentated some Indiana Pacers games last season, and I really like their young core. I'm a big fan of Benedict Mathurin. He can score the ball really, really well. And now you have that. You have your young core. You have these 3 stars. When it comes to Halliburton, Miles Turner, and Pascal Siakam, you have your veteran with Buddy Hield. You have a real chance to contend at the earliest of this season. And I think, when it comes to on-the-court stuff, your pick-and-roll game is going to be very, very good between Pascal Siakam, a very versatile forward, and Miles Turner with the ability to run the court, with the ability to rebound, with the ability to play defense and shot block, and the ability to score 18, at least 16 and 10 a night. And I think with this pick and roll stuff and, Halliburton's passing ability with his ability to shoot as well, 40% from 3 and 47% from the field, with Pascal Siakam's ability to shoot anywhere from the floor as well, that's going to create a lot of, problems for defenses. They're going to be moving around a lot. And it's going to force them to, kick out on a lot of shooters, run around a lot on defense, something you really do not want to do because you want to preserve your energy for the offensive side of the ball. And in turn, this could really, really help the Pacers and their perimeter game because of the fact that obviously you got to use more energy to shoot the basketball. It's just kind of logical there. And then also now Pascal Siakam coming to the Indiana Pacers, their interior defense is going to be really, really good. Pascal Siakam, while being a versatile scorer, also has the ability to play defense on the interior. And Miles Turner, we understand him, his ability to block shots, this, that, and the other. One of the best defensive centers in the NBA right now. So their interior defense is really, really good. And they have the ability with this trade, if they work their offense right, to improve their perimeter defense as well. If anything, I really think the Pacers fleeced the Raptors on this one because they didn't have to trade stuff that was that valuable to them. Obviously, Bruce Brown's a valuable piece, but once again, hasn't been with the team long enough to say that he's very, very valuable. Those 3 first-round picks aren't going to mean much, most likely, and Jordan Nwora is not a player that's going to lead you to a championship. So I really think that the Pacers fleeced the Raptors in this one. But let me know what you guys think. That'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Linda Gray Vlogs. Make sure to subscribe to my second channel at Run the Cog Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on X, Run the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Run the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the Star 7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Run the Great Podcast. And as always, Run the Great out. Peace.